guys, welcome back to my channel and to another Let's Chat video. So just to give you all a quick update, I am currently working on two culture videos. One of them is going to be the video that I had requested to do about the Mexican Robin Hood, and another Mexican video which is going to be the culture and history of Mexico. That one is going to obviously take me some more time because it's a lot of information to cover, and I got to get all my pictures and whatnot, so it is going to take a little bit to come out, but it's coming. But the topic for today's video is femininity. Femininity seems to be the hot topic, that along with high value men, that seems to be what a lot of people are talking about right now. And like I said, it seems like femininity is now the hot commodity. It's like what men want, or what women want to be. It's been kind of interesting for me, at least, to kind of sit back and watch the emergence, I guess you could say, of all these femininity platforms, and even people among like our own little community here talking about femininity and stuff like that. But I think it's good, actually. I think it's good that women especially are trying to get back to being feminine, and kind of scaling back from taking on these masculine roles, or really existing in this masculine energy, when at the end of the day, that's not natural. It's not what men want from us. Well, some may, but most men, they don't necessarily want a masculine woman. And I feel like, going back to our femininity and what we're supposed to be, I feel like it just makes your life a lot easier. So like I said, I've seen, a lot of different YouTubers, some with smaller platforms, some with, some of these really big platforms, talking about femininity. And, everyone seems to have their own angle or their own twist on it. Some of them seem to be more focused on how women can use their femininity to get what they want out of men, whereas some are more focused on helping women, tap into their femininity for themselves. I can't say that I watch a whole lot of different YouTubers when it comes to that, but there is one in particular that I do really like. Her name is Karina Lewis. She is Haitian. I liked her channel specifically because she was different, and she would explore the femininity of women from multiple cultures from all around the world. So I thought that was very interesting. And again, she tends to focus more on women enhancing their femininity for themselves, not just for a man, but she does also talk about how to use your femininity, to get the man that you want, or stuff like that. So it's interesting because at least in my upbringing, there were certain things that my mom taught, my sister and I, as far as how a woman is supposed to conduct herself, or, certain things that women should do or should not do when it comes to men. But I can't say it's something that throughout my life experience or my dating experience that I really felt like I had to think about, like I just was. And I talked about some of the things that my mom had taught me. Some of you guys may remember a collab that I did with Sid on her channel months ago. But she taught me things like, smile a lot. When you smile, that attracts people, both men and women, but especially when it comes to men. And to be soft, to be kind, all these traits that are generally associated with being feminine sometimes, or like being more more docile, not being so like overpowering, because when you do that, you tend to cross more into like that masculine energy. So, those are like little things that, my mom taught me. And when it really comes down to it, I feel like femininity, it's really twofold. On the one hand, it's your appearance, because let's keep it real, appearance matters, but it's also how you carry yourself and how you act. When it comes to your appearance, people are attracted to a feminine looking woman, to a soft looking woman, to a woman that, takes good care of herself, that takes care of her hair, that makes sure that her face looks nice. And makeup is included in that too, because some guys act like, oh, they want a woman that's just 100% natural, that never wears makeup, but that's BS. Because a lot of these women out here that y'all think are natural, they have makeup on. It's just a natural makeup look, okay? Like, you can achieve any look with makeup, y'all. But you know, again, just being the best version of yourself physically, okay? Because I'm just gonna say, some women do have this mindset that, oh, a man is just supposed to take me as I am. You know, the way that I roll out of bed in the morning, like it shouldn't matter. Like you're supposed to just love me for me, which granted, a person should love you for you, but we also got to take care of the appearance, guys, because it matters. Physical attraction matters, okay? But apart from like, you know, your face and your hair, there's also the aspect of taking care of your body, you know, staying healthy, hygiene especially, that's another big thing. And even like wearing certain scents. There was one video in particular that Karina did, which I found very interesting, which was how certain scents, you know, certain perfumes, they activate you know, pheromones in men, you know. And also ladies, you know, during certain parts of our, you know, cycle, you know, we also tend to activate that sensation in men as well. So again, from a physical aspect, there's definitely a lot that we can learn and that we can really tap into as far as using our femininity to attract the attention that we want. And you guys, I mean, we naturally already possess these things. All it takes is, you know, you can do a little research, and again, you can learn how to activate pheromones. You can learn what scents attract people. Even just learning your body type and what kind of clothes suit you the best, or when it comes to makeup, learning your face shape and you know, your skin tone and what colors complement your skin tone, or what type of makeup complements the shape of your face. And same with the hair, because depending on your face shape and things like that, certain hairstyles are going to look better on you than others. So all it takes is just, again, a little research, a little self-love, to really tap into that and you know, activate that femininity. Again, we naturally possess this. I think that, you know, in certain societies, you know, women, we have been more tailored to, you know, be working more in our masculine energy. And so we've kind of drifted away from, you know, just being feminine, being what we are naturally supposed to be. So that is like, you know, the physical aspect. But when it comes to just how you carry yourself, I think something that we should keep in mind, and which we sometimes forget, is that as women, in a sense, we are naturally kind of like praised and in some cases pedestalized, but men especially, they see us as, you know, objects of admiration. You know, they see us as temples of beauty and all these things. And you know, with that comes a certain level of, you know, behavior and characteristics that is also expected. We already know that the basic feminine qualities, again, being soft, being caring, being nurturing, being compassionate, you know, qualities that naturally most women already possess. And, you know, when it comes to relationships, there is also the aspect of being submissive, you know, the S word that triggers a lot of people. But I think within the proper context and with the proper understanding of what being submissive is, it's not a bad thing. But of course, you have to have the proper man in order to submit yourself to, because if you're submitting to a guy that really ain't doing much for you, then you're losing in the end. But, you know, I don't see anything wrong with having a masculine, providing and protecting man that you feel comfortable enough to submit yourself to, that a man where you can confide in his leadership and you know that he's going to make the right decisions for not just for yourselves, but, you know, for your family too, if you eventually have kids. And, you know, I know that can be a difficult thing because some women may see it as, oh, if I submit to another man, it's like I'm kind of giving up my power. But I think you have to also keep in mind the right man, even though, you know, he's the head of the house or whatever, he's going to consult with his woman as well. He's going to also look to her for guidance, if you really think about it. You know, the saying behind every great man is an even greater woman, you know. We really are like their backbone. And again, a man that truly respects you and appreciates your input, they're going to look to you when it comes to their own decision making anyway. But again, it has to be with the right man. And, I hear a lot of women say, or, I've heard multiple times, like on these different channels, that in order for a woman to exist in her femininity, a man has to be existing in his masculinity. It's like a trade-off, which I agree to an extent. I do think that when a man is being masculine and doing the things that are expected of a man, it does make it a lot easier for women to, as they say, rest in her femininity and to just, do the things that are expected. But at the same time, I do feel like you should be in your feminine energy anyway. You should be feminine 24/7, because you never really know who's watching. You never know who may be picking up on your feminine energy, and that might in turn make, say a man act more, want to act more masculine. You never really know. So I feel like we should be mindful of that. And say when you get into a new relationship, like, be in that feminine energy from the jump. I feel like that's only going to help you out, because the more feminine you are, I feel like that's just naturally going to make a man want to act more masculine. Again, it's like a trade-off of energy, Another thing I want to point out is when it comes to dealing with men, whether it be romantically or friendships or whatever it is, to not be so quick to want to get combative with men or to want to debate with men and just really get into it with them. If you're joking around, that's one thing, because me personally, y'all know being in this little community, I feel like I'm just constantly surrounded by men. So in a sense, when dealing with some of the other YouTubers in here, I love y'all, but sometimes I feel like I kind of have to tap into that masculine energy a little bit, because you can't be all cute and dainty sometimes with dealing with a bunch of dudes. You just can't. So sometimes that trollness comes out a little bit, and I'll kind of joke back and forth with some of these guys. It is what it is. But again, when it comes to certain men, not online only, but even in real life, that are kind of giving you a hard time, like don't get into the arguing, and all this, because you don't want to come off as angry, and you don't want to be competing with dudes, because I do see sometimes a lot of women, it's like they're competing with other men, and it's like, that's not your place. We're not here to be competing with men, all right? So that's another thing, like, just keep that in mind as well, okay? Because all that does, when you let yourself get triggered by some of these men or whatever, it takes you out of your feminine elements, and you're up there looking just as masculine as them. So definitely look out for that too. So again, y'all, I'm not making this video super long, but I just want to say again to the ladies listening, I know most of my audience is male, but for the few of you ladies that are out there, tap into your feminine qualities and characteristics that are already there. Again, we naturally already possess all the tools that we need, okay, to be feminine and to attract the energy, not only from men, but even from other women. Because if you pay attention as a woman, being a kind, feminine, and pleasing to look at woman, you also attract certain type of women as well. So pay attention to that too. And you'll notice that you're also going to attract other, feminine, like-minded women that are going to uplift you, and where y'all can like celebrate each other and big each other up. It'll boost your own confidence. And I think when you are confident, again, not only do you attract, or do you start to attract, certain type of men that you want, but you also attract certain type of women to your circle. So it's a win-win all around. So that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what y'all think. I know that I had said that I was going to do a live stream about what do women really want in a man. It was supposed to be my last live stream, but I ended up doing the one with my friend AJ. But if y'all want to still do that, let me know. I know there's some of you that aren't so much into like the relationship topics. You're more into like the cultural ones. But I'm just trying to keep it balanced, because like I've said before, sometimes the race and culture stuff can get kind of messy. Yeah, but just let me know. Again, I want to keep it balanced. I want to appeal to all audiences. And yeah, so just let me know. And I'll catch you all in my next one. Bye.